here, I brought our snack. This week, I'm really excited because we're talking about, you remember? Setting intention, yes. And it's exciting because it's the time to really start planning. So we're taking everything that we've talked about from the first week that I've been talking to y'all until last week, right? And we're putting all this stuff together and we're making our moves. This is where we start really saying, what's the plan, Stan? And in saying that, we get this amazing opportunity to look at the next several weeks, the next part of the series, and say, what do I want to change? What is the habit I want to change? And so with that question, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. With that question, how about I tell you what I'm planning, because I'm in it, right? So first week, we're going to be breaking a habit. That means next week, Monday, you're going to be ceasing a habit. Mine is keeping clutter. If we're going up with the overall theme of I am breaking the harmful habit of not prioritizing my vessel, then we're going to start prioritizing the space around me to get ready for all that growth, okay? It cannot happen until the space is cleansed. So I'm kind of starting it this week to just a little bit of decluttering and planning. Obviously, we're doing a lot of planning. So I'm going to start just little bit by little bit. And then next week, Monday, I'm going full force. Well, I should say just next week, anytime. I'm going full force. And then we're going to, after we've done a week of only breaking that habit, we're going to get into some helpful habits there. And you can pick two. We're going to do one to build up, and then we're going to take a little break and see how it's maintaining. You can add stuff as you want, but that's your journey. I'm going to be waiting, and then I'm going to add one more, and that part is going to be the start of this big, awesome journey in the summer where I don't know what exactly I'm doing, but I'm adding something new every day because summer is a time of action. So that's the plan. And I hope that when you read the blog and it all comes together for you, you feel as confident as I do right now. But hold on. Let's get the book. Okay, I got it. Are you still eating these? Okay, I'll just put them over here. So we're going to be talking about some tools this week in the blog. And I think that we've been over all of them. I'll do a little snippet at some point, hopefully, if I don't, remind me. But the thing I wanted to say about this reading and some other ones is the tools that he's presenting are known. They're just not known in the way he's presented them. People knew them and they researched this stuff, but they didn't use it to help people help themselves. They used it, which James Clear is doing. They're using it to exploit you as a consumer. Okay. And I know this is going to sound like super anti-capitalist, and that's because I am super anti-capitalist, okay? I believe that they're using tools of how to get you to spend your time, your money, your resources, all of these things based on your habits and how they know you respond. So when you start this journey, you're also fighting capitalism, okay? You're fighting just that collectiveness, right? Okay, 1 second. I need a second. Man, I got worked up. Here's an orange. I hope you want it. I just was so worked up because when you start thinking about it, you can really use these tools for your own benefit. And that's what we're going to do. But first, we have to understand where the benefit comes from it, okay? Our primitive nature is to say, this connection happened. I'm saving energy with connecting the dots so that next time I don't have to do a bunch of stuff to get it. I can just have this. And our brains are wired to do this. So they're wired to have a dopamine hit every time we see a cue that we know will give us a reward. This is why quitting habits is hard, because you get rid of the cigarettes. You throw the pack out, right? You throw it out, you're done. But you still have an ashtray in your car. And you still have a lighter in your car. So it only is a matter of time before you run into a gas station to get gas or to get a soda. And you also grab a pack of cigarettes because the cue was in your car. You've been getting dopamine hits without the actual reward. And your body's trying to hey, let's do it. So we have to remove those cues from our lives, okay? We have to understand them, and that's what we're doing here. So by doing this week of intentional healing, we can get it to where the cues that are happening are the ones we want to happen for the things we are wanting to work on. And we take them away for the things that we don't want to work on, okay? Pause. Thanks for waiting. So the other thing I wanted to talk about just before we move into my prompts and how I've used them is the idea of temptation bundling, okay? This happens to you. People do this to you, all right? The temptation bundling example that James Clear gives is when ABC did like this Thursday night thing where a bunch of Shonda Rhimes shows were on, and they would say, come relax and eat popcorn and wine and, whatever. And so you became associated with that time of the week, with the show lineup, with the popcorn and the wine, which is already relaxing, to happen at that time of day. So all these things came up, and they were just put it all together so that you would come and watch their shows. This is the thing you did. So you can do this in your own life. You can engineer this, okay? So, you think of all the things that you really like doing, like decluttering. I love to clean. I love to get back. I love to go through my things. I also like to come up with creative ideas. So I'm going to try and work all that stuff in as I'm doing it, right? So I'm trying to come up with all that right now and figure out the game plan. And then the other thing is, y'all didn't tell me that I didn't understand habit stacking. No one told me that. And so I don't understand it, but this formula I do now of habit stacking and temptation bundling, so we're going to try that too. And if you'll pause, I'll be right back with my list of prompts. Actually, do you mind if we move over there? Okay, thanks. Because I just need the light to be a little different, and I'm almost done, but I want to talk about the prompts because I think that they're really going to change the game on how you are approaching your habit situation coming up, okay? So obviously, we're going to look at what prompts you want to break, we're going to look at what habits you're wanting to break and that you have the motivation to right now, and then what habits you want to build. So again, you're going to need 1 habit to break, 2 habits to build. I'll have a layout for you, but then you're also going to want to look at how are those connected? Like what's going on there? How do they build you up into like your goals? So then we're going to look at perceived obstacles, and with the obstacles, you're going to come up with some tools to help. And this is what James Clear refers to as optimizing your environment, and how you can really get that situated to have a better environment for yourself. Okay. And then take a moment just to feel your feelings, where they're sitting in your body, but also like, are you anxious about one particular thing? Are you not? And then finally, we're going to do an affirmation builder, and I will come up with a little way to show you guys that. Sorry, technical difficulties. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys how I use the affirmation builder to build up my affirmations. And yeah, so those are basically the prompts that you have to look forward to. And I am hopefully going to be posting them all in a row. And please, please, please comment and let me know if you do want more of the prompts, more information, because I will give more information. Sometimes I just feel like I'm being a lot, which is another thing I need to work on, but at a later date. So get ready. Let's go break these habits.